Guess sometimes life just gets real crazy, and it seems like we all get a little jaded, so maybe it's time to pack a bag.
Okay, guys, the next step of this journey is finally starting. It feels like it has been forever. Like, I decided I wanted bees, I think in September. And it's the end of April, so it feels like it's been a really long time. I'm finally getting them. Today I'm getting my first hive. It's not even what I'm supposed to be getting at all. Ugh, excuse my voice. I'm like sick as hell right now. I feel horrible, but this can't wait because basically I got a text last night asking if I wanted to go pick up a swarm. And I said yes because I just really am eager to have bees, and if I can go get freebies, like, that's amazing. But the person that asked me if I wanted them actually decided that they were super close and they were gonna go get them instead, and then they offered them to me. It's a woman from the Bee Association, and she actually went and picked the bees up last night and got the swarm into a box and is giving them to me for free, which is amazing. And very generous. I said I would pay her for the trouble, and she said don't worry about it. So I'm going to meet her now. I'm so tired. I feel like crap, but with something this big and exciting, I'm gonna go get it. It's finally happening. The next step in the bee journey is to actually get the bees.
Earlier I mentioned that this was a swarm that my friend gave me, and that maybe most of you probably don't know what a swarm is, because if you're not looking into bees or wanting to be a beekeeper, why would you know what a swarm is? So just to let you guys know what I'm talking about, a swarm is basically the result of overcrowding in a hive. It's how the bees take care of it themselves. If they feel that they're overcrowded, they will create a new queen, and once she's born, one of the queens will leave with half of the workforce, basically. And even though this is a totally normal thing for them to do, and it's good for the bees, and it's how they control themselves, and since bees are a superorganism, it's actually how they reproduce. The individual reproduction that the queen does is not really considered to be how bees reproduce, if that makes sense, because she's just keeping the one superorganism alive. So that the way that they actually split and make more of themselves is that they swarm and they leave. It's a good thing for the bees, but it is considered to be a bad thing for the beekeeper because you're losing half of your workforce. So most beekeepers will go in and take care of this before it happens by splitting their hives. So you essentially fool the bees into thinking that half of them have already left. You take some out of the hive, they will create a new queen in the nuke that you make, or the split that you make, because they're awesome and they can tell that they're missing their queen. Beekeepers don't always catch it in time, right? So probably what happened is that someone's apiary somewhere, there was a hive that was too full, and the bees that I now have are the ones that left. So it sucks for them, but it's pretty cool for me. But I want to make sure that they stay and they don't abscond. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this syrup for them and then take it back out into the field.
All right, I think we're ready. Let's feed. They're eager to get out of there. Got them situated. You guys, my body hurts. I feel like so bad right now, but this is a really good reminder that farm life doesn't stop just because I don't feel good. The animals or the insects need to be taken care of in a timely fashion. Oh, I feel like crap. But it's all gonna be worth it. Okay, so I'm making a feeder. I don't have one. You can buy them, but also you can just take a mason jar and drill holes in the lid. All right, the bees are loaded up into the UTV. Let's go place them. Are you guys ready for this? Ah! All right. And there you go. Okay, I know they're really small in this video, but I've opened the entrance for them now so they can come out. And the hope is that they will orient to this location. And then in a few days, I'll transfer the frames in this box into this one, put it in that location, and give that hive box back to my friend Darcy, who has been so kind as to gift me these bees. They're probably not going to be very happy right now. They've been stuck in that box for a while, but they're not very loud, which is a good sign. Because when they get angry, they let you know. They're pretty loud with their buzzing. We got one little guy there. Hi guys. Now that I've let them out, I'm gonna give them a few minutes to kind of orient themselves. I'm gonna go back up to the house and finish getting the food ready and come back down and feed them. I have bees. All right, I got the syrup. I got a few extra supplies. I got a super box, and that is an entrance reducer. Ignore how dirty the UTV is. It's a work truck. Darcy said that if I got down there fast enough after placing them, they shouldn't be aggressive. They don't really see that as their home yet, so they're not defending yet. So I am just gonna run down there, see if I can throw this syrup and super on there where I need it to be without smoking them and without my bee suit. I am kind of just keeping my fingers crossed, hoping that this is fine. If they start to get aggressive, I'll have to come back up to the house and get the smoker, but it's such a fast thing that I need to do. I really don't want to smoke them. So we'll see how it goes. So this is called the inner cover and the outer cover. I need these to feed this hive. We'll cover that guy up later. This guy doesn't have any bees in it, so it's fine. They're so cool. All right. I wish I could give you guys like a better close-up of what I'm about to do, but obviously my priority is to get them fed and disturbed the least amount as possible, since they're new and I want them to be happy here. So no close-up on this video, but eventually I will show you guys in better detail. So these are my babies. There's a good amount in there. Bees do try to fly in your mouth a lot. That's something to be aware of. I'm blowing on them so they move away because I don't want to dump any syrup on bees. I messed up. These holes are too big. The liquid should just drip out of it. It should not come pouring out. So I need to go back up to the house and drill smaller holes in a lid. Sometimes you have whoopsies. But they are being very calm and they are letting me mess with them, so that's a good sign. Okay, it pays to be a weirdo crafter sometimes. I did not have any smaller bits in the tool shed, but I had a tiny teeny little bit that I used to drill through bones in my craft supplies. So those holes work on the mason jar, and we're going back down to the bees. Try this again. I can already see them eating. Okay, awesome. I crushed one. I'm sad about it. I'm really sorry. It's gonna be hard to get used to killing the bees, even though it's an accident. They're all eating. See? It's really dark in there. They're all eating! So, inner cover, jar, and lid back on. And your bees are fed. My bees are fed. Okay, so I'll give them a little bit of time, probably a day or so, to get used to this spot, to get oriented, to eat, and probably tomorrow, maybe the next day, I will come back and transfer them into the other box so I can give this one back to my friend. Oh. It probably takes like a special kind of crazy person to intentionally keep thousands of stinging insects in your lawn. But I'm so happy they're here. I'm so happy they're here. Friends. So I know some people really don't believe in dreams and stuff like that, and I think life is coincidence and whatnot, and I kind of err on both sides. But interesting to me was that about a week ago, my mom was here and I had placed my hives out in the field, and I had a dream that night that I had gone up to them and put my ear to the box and that I could hear buzzing and that I had bees. And that they had just come to me, and like basically a swarm had just found the box on its own, which does happen. You can make traps and bait them. And I woke up and I told my mom about the dream, and I was like, I think I'm gonna get bees. I think I'm gonna get free bees. I think a swarm's gonna come to me. And she was like, you're being too literal. Bees in a dream are prosperity and good intention, so I'm sure that you're gonna be prosperous, but you shouldn't get your hopes up on actually taking this dream literally, because, you know, you're probably not gonna get freebies. And a week later, I got freebies. I dreamed of this moment. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me on Maya's Misadventure. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, I encourage you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications so that you can be part of this journey. Thanks so much, and looking forward to seeing you next time.